This is Calibos, and we are playing Project Ozone 3. So, when we last left off, we were working our way through Ada. We were working our way through Ender.io. So, we can't do these two yet still, but we're going to work our way down these capacitors. And then we have some other things that I'd like to get to if we can get that far. So as far as capacitors we're going for, we want the crystalline, the totemic, and the melodic. Capacitor. We want the crystalline. Can we make that? Hopefully we can. So we're also going to do a little bit of Boardcraft maybe. So let's crystalline go. We need the other one, which is one of the totemics. So we'll pop that in there. Make the totemic capacitor, which looks really weird. Apparently we make it in this license place. It looks like something we would make in this license place, really. So we're also going to need a totem of undying, which I have no idea how to make that. But how do you make a totem of undying? I have never encountered that actually. So clearly we have to get a morb. And then we have to... So, an evoker. So we have to basically get it from an evoker because we're not going to get it otherwise. Well, that's socially awkward. Whoa, that was weird. Let's give ourselves night vision. Anyway. So, that is not a thing that we can apparently do because we have to kill an evoker to get there. And that seems unlikely to happen. So let's move on to our other plan. So our other plan involves Boardcraft. So we need mana. Specifically we need, we need mana for this thing. So in order to do that we need damp crystals. So to make damp crystals, we're going to have to use arcane crafting, which means water buckets and simple crystals. To get simple crystals, we'll need the forge. So we'll need diamonds and redstone. Now, one of the things that we have been doing for a little while is setting up diamonds. So if we want to, we can go ahead and say, give us a stack of diamonds. And boom, diamonds. And we can do that, and we can actually do the same with redstone. just going to make a lot because redstone. And then we throw this in here, and we go crystal. Now it's going to take a little bit of grinding because we have to turn the damp crystal into whatever, because you'll notice if we click on this, we are using our power up pretty bad. So we need buckets of water, which we have a couple of buckets of water. Then we go damp crystal, damp crystal, boom, boom. So now we can do this. So we're going to probably need more water siphons for power. Water siphon. Boardcraft. Either way, it's not a big deal. We actually just need a bunch of these simple crystals because we need dark crystals for something. Dark crystal. Shadowy. The dull crystals. Yes, that is what we want. So dull crystal requires obsidian. So let's go ahead and grab some obsidian. We actually just kind of feed these in here. Oh, it needs the siphon. Of course it does. I don't remember exactly. I know we made the siphon. So these are locked. I mean, we have the dull crystals. Passive skills. Aqua affinity. Steady. Step assist. Oh, nice. Night vision when in water. That's not bad, actually. So I don't know how to turn that on. So it says it's deactivated. Weird. Anyway, one of the reasons that we did this is we need, let's go for it. We need to use our dull crystals. So we have to make the Necronomicon. And we make the Necronomicon like that. So this is not just the guidebook. But it's also kind of the battery. So don't lose it, you'll be using a lot of it. Overworld stuff is going to be like weird because we don't... Whoa, did anybody see that weird hitch? We don't actually have the overworld. And there it was again. We do have some of the stuff that we need. We've gotten elsewhere. That looks unfortunate. So we're pretty much going to have to rituals, information, getting started. Okay, so we're probably going to have to do this. So we should probably do it with a cobblestone first. So let's get a bunch of cobblestone and throw that down. Let's summon the forces of darkness here. That seems like fun. So 1, 2, 2. Two, two. Hold on. Well, that was awkward. I was really hoping that I could pause it, but apparently pausing is not. Strange. So, I don't know. Okay, so it's one apart here. I'll have to put that back and see if it actually paused or not. So we have this. And now we shift click with the Necronomicon. Boom. Well, that was unpleasant sounding. Great. Bolts of lightning. We like bolts of lightning. We need potential energy. Statues placed on... Okay, so that's good to know. So we need potential energy. Let's go in here. So we need statues. Sadly, to make the statues, it requires energy. Now we can do the decorative ones, and that's fine, but they don't do anything. So let's go to the Boardcraft world, because I think that that is where we need to find our things. Let's get rid of this. Let's also get rid of that and that and that. We'll deal with it later. So this biome, it kind of reminds me of the Abyssocraft biomes, but not really. Wow, there are a lot of just random astral sorcery things pretty much just everywhere. That is a giant astral sorcery thing. Is it one stacked on top of another? Oh, I found that one already. That's a wizard. We hate wizards. They're awful. So what we're looking for is a body of water. Let's look for... somewhere around the bodies of water, typically in swamps or something along those lines, we're going to find little Shoggoth things. And I should have found one before I started, but I figured we would get a little bit further. There's a lot of astral sorcery stuff in here. Oh my gosh. So we're going to attempt to pause it again, and I'm going to look around for a little while and see what I can do. Hold on. Alright, so we had a slight change of plans. So, keeping in mind that I have a lot of just kind of like generic stuff sitting around in my storage system. Oh my gosh, seriously, why would it kill all of it? It's not supposed to kill all of it. None of this is touching. It should just kill. Alright, whatever. So I have a large amount of stuff in my system. So we're going to use this to our advantage because we can actually craft some of the stuff that we need. Wand. Let's get rid of this diamond wand. It's just been annoying me forever. Probably on purpose. So we're deliberately making this not touching the base because these guys are awful. And by awful, I mean horrible, and I hate them. Wand. Oops. So let's put this down. And now we need a wall. Because these guys are awful and I hate them. Did you get the idea? So the trick is with these guys is you need them to build towers and they shoot at you. Which is very awkward and annoying. Especially if you don't like to be shot at. And they have like acidic spit. So it actually does quite a bit of damage. Let's go all the way around. So I'm using obsidian because it's durable and I don't remember if they build blocks. We're just going to ignore that because it's wrong. Alright. So let's eat some food really quick before we starve to death. So apparently JEI is wrong. So what we need is biomass. Specifically this stuff. We need a kind of slime. Is it this one? Slime block. That's the one we want. We're not going to need a lot of this. I'm just going to say 20 blocks. So this is a really bad idea, just so you know. I expect not to live through this. Wand. Oops. That is a Shoggoth. And they look very different than I remember them looking. Very different. So you'll notice that it climbs. And apparently commits suicide. That's a good thing to know. So let's get some more obsidian out. And make this taller. So what we would like them to do is we would like them to make towers for us. I probably needed more space actually, but here's what we did. Don't they look glorious? So they're leaving down basically slime. I forget exactly what it's called, and I'm not super interested in getting closer. Ooze, right. So given enough space and, you know, enough time, they will actually build towers. Also, I think the slime turns into dirt in the daylight. So if you're really brave, you could probably farm dirt like this. I'm not sure that I'm really that brave though. Let's have some pizza. So theoretically, we would like them to be forming pillars. But they're not. So we'll go ahead and call it here, but I mean, you've seen this part, you can see how exciting this is. And I will try to set it up so that they are doing their thing. I may need to cover this up so that they do not have exposure to the light of day. But yeah, we'll work it out. But you get to see this glorious mess. Anyway, I hope you liked the episode and the Elder Gods, because, you know, we serve them. And if you did, leave a like, and, you know, summon a Shoggoth. And if you didn't, you know, don't leave a like, and don't summon Shoggoths. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. Yeah. Have a good night.